Hey, Candace, so many of our clients are big fans of yours, and they really appreciate that you go out to these colleges and you speak to these kids. I can tell you, as a father of a college student, I don't really appreciate the way they indoctrinate these kids. So I'm kind of wondering, what is it that you're saying to these kids when you go out to see them?
First thing I do is I ask them whether or not they need to be in school. You know, it's something that we're all doing. We're just putting our children through the education system because there was this anxiety that was started by the government by telling you that if you didn't go to university, you were going to be a failure. Well, today I find that if you go to university, you probably will be a failure with the categories that they're teaching, the majors that you can pick. And so for some students, yes, absolutely, university education is required. But for the majority of people that are in there, it's not. And when I look at my graduating class and see what people are doing today, I would probably say 95% of them are not using their degrees. And I just wonder if you had implemented that time right out of high school, getting a job, interning, apprenticeship, you know what I mean? Get in there, work. What do you want to do? Actually learn it. Of course, if you're interning somewhere, you say, hey, I'll work for free. They're most likely going to hire you. If you've been there for a few years, you know how things are going. And so that, of course, becomes a call upon small business owners to hire people right out of high school. And I do that. So that's usually the first question I ask them is, what are you doing here?
That is excellent advice. I want to ask you another question, too, because we have, as a financial planner, I come across a lot of folks that are invested in 401ks. They're invested in funds. And sometimes the companies in those investments, like an S&P 500 fund, their values are a little different than the folks that are clients of mine. What would you say to those folks?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that a lot of times people are trying to get involved in things they don't really understand, and they think that it's going to better prepare them for the future. And I mean, things aren't doing well. We're not in a good economic state right now in this country. And so I always think that the greatest investment you can make is in yourself, in trying to start something for yourself so that you aren't relying on markets and things that are so volatile all the time. And so finding out what it is that you're good at, making actual investments in what you want to do, trying to start a small business. I mean, I can't encourage entrepreneurship more, and making sure that within your own household, by the way, you're starting that early. Like I already think my son's only 2, but I'm like, when I see it snows once in Nashville, I'm calculating he's going to be breaking people's lawns and mowing people's lawns and things of that nature. Inspire people to become entrepreneurs and not to rely on the markets so much, which are so volatile.
Well, that's excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.